for one, just creating an environment where we have public-private partnership in boosting the industry. For the longest time, the government has pretty much left the Nollywood industry in the hands of private practitioners, in the hands of marketers, in the hands of independent producers. I think it's high time the government sees the value that the industry brings. I mean, Nollywood is one of the highest employers of labor. Internationally, globally, Nollywood projects the culture of our country, projects the image of Nigeria. So the world would see Nigeria first and foremost through the eyes of Nollywood. So I think the government must be interested in this industry called Nollywood. I mean, thinking about America and Hollywood, growing up, the very first things we learned about America, we learned from Hollywood. So I think it's important that the Ministry of Information and Public Orientation and Ministry of Culture and all these other ministries that are at the forefront of projecting Nigeria in a certain light, they have to come to Nollywood and partner with Nollywood alongside the private enterprise, boost the industry, make the industry appealing, for private investors to come in, open the banks up to us. We must invest in Nollywood so the industry can grow. In doing that, we position our country in the best light possible for foreign investors. So that's important. As a citizen of Nigeria, as a father, as a husband, as a family man, my desire for Nigeria is to have a leader that is passionate about the country, passionate about the ordinary man, passionate about putting Nigeria where Nigeria belongs in the Committee of Nations. I want a candidate that can speak to man, eyeball to eyeball, and tell me this is how I am going to rule Nigeria in the next 4 or 8 years. This is the direction I am taking Nigeria. This is the picture that I want to paint for Nigerians to believe in a country that they love and that they're passionate about. Paint a picture of Nigeria that every Nigerian can be proud of. That's the candidate I want to vote for. I want to vote for a candidate that I can hold accountable to his promises, to his campaign policies, to everything that he says he would do. Not a candidate that will feel too big to be answerable to the electorate. Not a candidate that is unhealthy. Not a candidate that is aloof, that is so wealthy that he doesn't feel the pain of the ordinary Nigerian. That's not the kind of candidate I want. I want a candidate that feels the pulse of the masses. I want a candidate who I can be proud of, saying, now that is my president. Well, first and foremost, I think one of the very first ways to deploy tools of the industry, tools of the practice into fostering unity and fostering an environment where everyone can be proud of and where everyone can just come together and be one again. I think it's important to create content that enables or promotes freedom of speech, freedom of expression, mutual respect for one another. I think that's important. The industry knows how to do that. Nollywood is so quick on jumping on new ideas and popular culture. Something happens, the next thing you see the movie on YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think now is the time, and we need to take advantage of this opportunity after the elections, come up with content, and not just for the cinema or for YouTube, even short form content on social media. Create content that promotes mutual respect. We can differ in terms of preferences in presidential candidates, or even political parties, or even views. But that is what makes our nation and makes our society a better place. The fact that we can have varying views and varying ideas, but still respect our basic humanity. I think that's important. There's no need to call names. There's no need to, insult one another. There's no need to be violent at all. We must respect our choices, respect the fact that we are first human beings before we even have ideas and have differences. Once we respect that, we'll be in a better place as a society and as a nation at large. I think the kind of president that we need in Nigeria for now is a president that understands the times, understands and feels the pulse of the people, understands what the average Nigerian wants, can relate to the suffering of the ordinary man, has the vision to point to the way forward for a new and better Nigeria. That's the kind of leader we need right now. We need a visionary leader. We need something fresh, something new, because the truth is voter apathy, and I think the young people are just disenfranchised, and we are tired of the status quo. We're tired of recycling old politicians. We need something fresh, and we can see symptoms from NSAS. We can see symptoms from protests across the nation due to the new monetary policies. Nigerians are tired, and to have the same old thing happening again over and over again would only lead us to a tipping point. We need fresh leaders. We need fresh ideas. We need younger people, that are healthy and zealous enough to push us towards a new place, a new destination, towards the promised land as a people. That's what we need.